story time. So pretty much it's gonna be the time that I told my parents that I was pregnant. So we're just gonna get right into the video. So pretty much when I found out I was pregnant, I found out by myself, and then I told my brother, and then I told one of my friends. And so then basically I had to end up telling my parents. So the first parent that pretty much knew was my boyfriend's mom. So during this time we worked together. So like she was the manager and then I, worked there. So me and my boyfriend were texting, and like on this like day that I was at work, it was just me and her. So basically he was like, okay, well, I think he didn't even tell me, like he wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna tell my mom or anything. I think we were texting, I forgot what we were texting about, and then like out of nowhere he was just like, oh yeah, so I told my mom. And I'm like, told her what? And then he was like, I told her that you're pregnant. And I'm like, wow, okay. So she was in the back, and then she came and she was just like putting the stuff away, and then I'm just like all nervous, like, oh my gosh, like should I say something, or like, like I don't know. So I ended up going to the back, getting something for a customer, and then coming back, and then she was like, yeah, so EJ, which is my boyfriend, he's really, nervous. And I was like, or no, I think she said like nervous or something. I'm like, oh, I'm like, why? She was like, you know why? And I'm like, I was like, oh, so he told you? And she was like, yeah. And so that's pretty much how she found out. Like, he didn't even give me a heads up, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her or whatever. So she pretty much was the first parent to know. And then she just basically she was just asking like normal questions and stuff. And then she asked if my mom knew. And then I was just like, no, I didn't tell her yet. I'm so nervous and stuff, all scared. And so then she's like, well, you should tell your mom. And then I'm just like, well, I'm not about to tell her today. So she kept on telling me I should tell her. So I think it was the next day. Yeah, it was the next day. It was during summer that I found out. You guys know that if you watch my other video. But yeah, so it was during the summer. So I had summer classes. So I was about to go into my class, and I just kept on thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to tell her. I really need to tell her. And I was just so nervous and stuff. So pretty much what I did is I was in a parking lot. I was supposed to go to class, and I just was in the car. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna tell her. So she was at work. I think it was early in the morning. It was probably like, I think 9 or something. Yeah, I think it was like 9. So I called her and I was like, Mom. And she was like, yes. I was like, I need to tell you something. And she was like, okay, come on, I'm at work. What do you need? And I was like, I really need to tell you something. And she was like, okay, Deja, come on, tell me, I'm at work. Like, what's going on? What's wrong? And then I was like, I really need to tell you something. And I just started crying. I was on the phone, I just started crying. And so she was like, okay, well, I don't have time for this, so are you gonna tell me or what? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, hold on. And so I was like, please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. I really need to tell you. She was like, can you just tell me or I'm gonna hang up? And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so scared. I'm literally like crying, and I'm in there like my hands like doing this. I'm like in the car, like, yeah, it was all bad. And so she's like, okay, Deja, come on, tell me. And then I was like, I'm pregnant. I thought she was gonna be mad. She wasn't even mad. She was like, okay, you're an adult and stuff, and she was just so supportive. Like, I thought she was really gonna be mad. Like, I thought she was gonna like hang up or something, but she was just like, she was pretty much really just there for me and stuff, and she made me feel like way better about the whole situation. Like, she was just talking to me, telling me like everything's gonna be okay, and she's gonna be there for me. Her and my dad's gonna be there for me and everything. And then she was like, I hope it's a girl. And I just started smiling. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really thought she was like gonna be so mad. And so then before I got off the phone, she was like, so do you want to tell your dad or do you want me to tell your dad? I was like, oh, you could tell him. And so like for those of you guys who don't know, my dad, he's a pastor. So, you know, I was a little nervous. No, I was nervous. I was for real nervous. So I was like, yeah, you could go ahead and you could tell him, you could call him or whatever. So after that, I felt a little better. So I just went ahead and went to class, and I was just like, okay, so this is gonna go good. She's gonna tell him. You know, it might be a little awkward, but you know, it's gonna be fine. So I think the whole day, like, I went to class. I can't really remember all the way, but I know pretty much my mom told my dad for me, and I think he either called me or I seen him when I got home, and he was just kind of quiet. He was just like, oh yeah, so your mom told me, or whatever. He was just real like laid back, and I think he said he was disappointed, but he was gonna be there or something. He wasn't really supportive too, but he was just, you know, of course he was in shock, like, you know, he was in shock, but he wasn't mad or anything. So I felt like good about the whole situation. Like a lot of people ask me like, oh, what did your parents say? How was your dad? How was your dad? Like I remember one person, when I told them, they was like, oh my gosh, isn't your dad like a pastor or something? I was like, yes. And so I was like, they were fine. It's not that big of a deal. And so, yeah, so that was the third parent to find out. And so the fourth parent to find out was my boyfriend's dad. So my boyfriend, like, he didn't have a problem with telling his mom. He just, you know, here it is, she's pregnant there. But his dad, he was nervous about telling his dad. So I can't remember if he told his dad. Yeah, I think he told his dad, and pretty much both dads, my dad and his dad, was just like, oh, why were we the last to find out? Really, his dad was the very last person to find out. And so they were just like, why were we the last person to find out? Like, we're your dad and blah, blah, blah. Like, they were just like, why are we the last person? And I'm like, what do you mean? Why were you guys the last? Like, you know, like, I was more rather tell my mom first than tell my dad, because I didn't know how he was going to react. So pretty much that's how we told our parents that I was pregnant. Nobody was really mad. Nobody really was like angry. Nobody didn't like, you know, like, oh, say anything bad. Everybody was real supportive. Everybody was like happy about the situation. Like, you know, like, oh, we're having a new baby and stuff. So, like, of course, like, they wanted us to, like, do it, you know, do things the right way, you know, be boyfriend and girlfriend, graduate college, get married, then have a baby. But, you know, it was already done. Like, the baby's on the way. So, it was like, just, you know, be supportive. So, that's pretty much how I told them. Everybody, like, a lot of people wanted me to tell this story because they're like, oh my gosh, your dad's a pastor, so how did you tell them? How did they react? They all the parents reacted pretty good. It wasn't nothing crazy. So yeah, so then after that, pretty much I started planning my gender reveal, which was pretty cool. I already knew I was having a girl. Like, I just knew, because I prayed like so much. I was like, God, please let me have a girl. I really want a girl. I want a girl. So I knew I was having a girl. My mom was hoping it was a girl, and my dad, he said he knew it was a girl. My boyfriend's mom, she thought it was a boy. I told her it was not a boy. So I got what I wanted, a little girl, and she's so cute. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments more videos you guys want to see. And like I said in my last video, stay safe in coronavirus. Stay safe. Make sure you wear your mask, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, and make sure you are social distancing, and don't go out if you don't need to go out. Only place you guys should be going is to work if you have to go to work, and to the store. Any place else you shouldn't be going. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. See you guys in the next one.